Hello, I'm Dango Rose. Welcome to the Mountaineer Podcast, where everybody's listening. The Mountaineer brings you the latest news of the Peak-to-Peak region, in print, online, through our podcast, social media, and special publications. Now, listen in to the latest news of the area with our local journalists.
He stares at the bleached white sky, up through the forest boughs.
The song that you are currently listening to is called Gravity. It's the opening track from the brand new album by Eric Richard Stone, Living the Dream, which you can find wherever you get your music. He'll be touring the album in Colorado before embarking on his first European tour. To see Eric Richard Stone performing in a local residency, then be sure to head over to Timbers Tap House at Eldora Mountain Resort, located at 2861 Eldora Ski Road in Nederland, on Friday, April 18th, starting at noon. If you want to see him touring the album in the Peak-to-Peak area, then be sure to head to the Very Nice Brewing Company located at 20 East Lakeview Drive, number 112 in the Caribou Village Shopping Center in Nederland on Friday, April 25th, starting at 6 p.m., and then again at the Nederland Farmers Market located at 85 East 1st Street and 80 East 2nd Street on Sunday, May 11th, starting at 10:30 a.m. To learn more about Eric Richard Stone, be sure to visit his website, ericrichardstone.com.
Upon her face, but when the show is over and the sodium lights go dim, she peers into the corners of that stage of life she's in. Cold feet, warm heart.
Hello there, everybody. My name is Jamie Lammers, and welcome to the Mountaineer Podcast, where, once again, my hectic schedule has changed things for the podcast as well. I was originally going to post the first part of a two-part special for Music of the Mountains, but I just need a little more time on that episode. So, instead, today, I'm going to be posting a segment from our regular correspondent, Maryann Rosen. Before we get into that segment, though, here are some preliminary announcements. First, I wanted to let you guys know that it's time once again for the annual Mountaineer Poetry Contest. This is a reader-submitted contest with a Reader's Choice poll to vote for your favorite. Poems will be published through April 2025, National Poetry Month. Be sure to head to the mtnear.com/forms/its-your-turn or find the QR code to submit the form by heading to our homepage at the mtnear.com. Next, we're looking for more DJs to join the Mountaineer Podcast. We're always looking for more peak-to-peak voices to feature on this podcast, so be sure to email me at media@themountaineer.com to let me know if you want to be involved in the podcast in any way, shape, or form. Also, email our editor-in-chief, Barbara Hardt, at info@themountaineer.com. We also have some promotion announcements brought to you by The Mountaineer, so if you want to hear those, stay tuned until the end of the episode. And now, let's get into today's segment on Rollinsville. Take it away, Maryann.
This is the Mountaineer Podcast, and I'm Maryann Rosen, bringing you history, lore, or stories from or about the mountains you live in. Welcome to our second town in the Peak-to-Peak to be highlighted. Listen in to hear about the history, geography, wildlife, interesting facts, and things to do. Nestled on the edge of hills in the mountains southwest of Boulder and just above the South Boulder Creek lay the town of Rollinsville. The town consists of a small cluster of residences and several businesses. a liquor store, restaurant, distillery, brewery, and a post office, which has been in operation since 1871, huddle along State Highway 19. Rollinsville, with a population of 194, is situated halfway between Nederland and Blackhawk. It is a quaint village, and the central part of town also lies across from County Road 16, which leads 8 miles to the Moffat Tunnel. At 8,668 feet above sea level, one of its main roads leads westward up to Rollins Pass at the summit of the Front Range. Rollinsville covers 904 acres in Gilpin County, with South Boulder Creek flowing just south of town. The creek follows the railroad track, travels into a small canyon, and then emerges near the Boulder-Gilpin county line before flowing through Pine Cliff. Weather stations in Pickle Gulch and Rollinsville show the climate as being a humid continental one, bordering on a subalpine climate. The town was founded by John Quincy Adams Rollins. Rollins was born in Gilmanton, New Hampshire, and joined the ranks as a pioneer when his family headed west to Colorado. The town is also named for him. John Q.A. Rollins became a prominent mining executive in Gilpin County in the 1860s and 1870s. Rollins bought small mining claims and by 1867 owned 400 lode claims. The town's history is not very well documented, but speculation suggests that the area was important because of its prime location at the end of a significant supply route. John Rollins, who built the first bridge across the Colorado River, then the Grand, also built a toll road over Rollins Pass in 1873, used by stagecoaches. Nearby Berthoud Pass was completed soon after and drew much of the traffic away from the then-growing Rollinsville. In the early 1880s, the Rollins Pass toll road was converted into a railroad, paving way for the town to grow into a central hub for surrounding mines. After decades of transportation issues due to the high elevation of the rail line, construction began on the Moffat Tunnel, a 6.2-mile tunnel under the Continental Divide. The Moffat Tunnel saved the town from becoming obsolete. It brought more businesses and people to Rollinsville. Even today, you can board an Amtrak in Denver and ride through the tunnel to Frisco, Glenwood Springs, Grand Junction, or beyond to California. There is, however, no longer a stop in Rollinsville. In 1881, John Rollins was elected mayor. Rollinsville was unique among early mining camps in that during John Rollins' life, he did not allow saloons, dance halls, or gambling within the town. Rollins died in 1894 and was buried in Denver. A decreased need for mining slowed economic endeavors to a trickle throughout the 1900s. Rollinsville is considered one of the state's oldest communities. Though tiny with a small population, there is a lot to do and see in Rollinsville. Eat at Tosswood Fired Pizza. Have a coffee at Melt Coffee, a dog-friendly cafe, also featuring a sweet menu of Boulder Boardworks pastries. Visit the tasting room at Gold Dust Distillery, serving up botanical gin and mountain water vodkas. Try their floral lavender gin, which changes color in different cocktails, or their distinctive mead, aged in oak. If you would rather a beer, head over to Howlin' Wind Brewery. The brewery rotates what comes through their 8 taps. The brews are named after song lyrics by regional and loved bands. There is live music every Saturday. While visiting, one can also take a tour of the Phoenix Gold Mine or the Argo Mill and Tunnel. If outdoor activities are to your liking, you are in the right place. Wildlife, birds, and flowers abound. Biking, camping, hiking, and OHV riding are common activities. Watch for elk, moose, bighorn sheep, pika, deer, and maybe bear. Gaze upon the beauty of aspens and wildflowers, such as the Colorado blue columbine, mountain bluebell, blue fox, and fireweed, along with many more. Go birding. Species you may be lucky to see are the dusky flycatcher, green-tailed towhees, brown-capped rosy finches, Wilson's warblers, and the American three-toed woodpeckers, among others. For more activities, head up to the Moffett Tunnel East Portal and Rollins Pass East. Fish for trout in the South Boulder Creek. Rafting is available. Hike off of the West Magnolia Trailhead, where you come across a system of single-track trails through aspen groves with great views of the Continental Divide. These trails are great for both hiking and biking. Raccoon Trail, south of town, is an easy 3.4-mile walk within Golden Gate Canyon State Park. Nearby James Peak Wilderness and Roosevelt National Forest offer activities and hiking and experiences. Visit Corona Ghost Town, a dilapidated ghost town close by, which used to be a popular summer tourist destination. Not much is left, but there are remnants of a hotel and restaurant. One can see the spectacular panoramic views of the nearby mountains and have an understanding of why it once was a popular haven. Although currently closed, while entrepreneurs work to revive the venue, the Stage Stop Bar and Music Venue is another Rollinsville institution whose history mirrors that of the town. As the faded sign by the front door declared, the 1868 Stagecoach Toll Building served hicks, hippies, and bikers passing through on the Rollins Pass Trail and Moffett Tunnel Railroad route. Built in 1868, the storied bar was originally a toll stop for stagecoaches from the Butler Field Stagecoach Company. Saying that the stagecoach is older than the state of Colorado is correct, as Colorado did not become an actual state until 1876. In the 1920s, Rollinsville had 3 saloons, a dance hall, and a pool hall. At that time, the Stage Stop building held a barber shop. The building has also been used as a grocery store and boarding house in the past. When a wildfire tore through town in 1950, it destroyed most of the town. The Stage Stop, however, was spared. The building became the Stage Stop Tavern in 1962 and has been a bar and music venue in some iteration ever since. Though currently closed for renovations, the old building, during any previous upkeep through the years, has always retained Colorado pioneer charm. Massive wooden wheels hung from the ceiling that were once part of a pulley system used to haul silver out of mines in the nearby hills. Ghost stories abound. The most well-known are those that involve a young lady and one that involves a cowboy named Tom. One story told is that a little girl, returning to her table from the restroom, met and saw Tom the cowboy. No one else saw him, and no one had ever told her about the ghost stories. Upstairs, there was a second bar, stage, dance floor, and a wraparound patio. Bartenders and customers tell tales of floating orbs of light and of spirits. Bands like the Beach Boys, Chicago, and Supertramp played the stagecoach when the famous Caribou Ranch recording studio in Nederland drew musicians to the area. More recently, and as told in our recent Elephant Revival story and Dango Rose interview, bands such as High on the Hog, Yonder Mountain String Band, the String Cheese Incident, Leftover Salmon, Elephant Revival, as well as the Dave Matthews Band have played at the venue. Food, music, good times, drinks, and ghosts are all part of its history, and hopefully it reopens soon. With everything the area has to offer, Rollinsville is worth a visit. Keep an ear open for our podcast story on Central City and Black Hawk coming in August, when we will highlight those two historic and interesting towns. Listen in next time to the Mountain Ear Podcast for more mountain history, lore, or stories. I'm Maryann Rosen. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Maryann, for bringing us another great segment. I'll be back very soon with the first part of this two-part Music of the Mountain special for Canyon Collective. I promise it will be out soon. In the meantime, if you want to share this episode or others around with whoever you see fit, then be sure to head to the mtnear.com and scroll near to the bottom, or head to our podcast's main hub at the mtnearpodcast.buzzsprout.com to see a full archive of all of our episodes. If you're interested in getting involved in the podcast in any way, shape, or form, then email Barbara Hardt at info@themountaineer.com and or me at media@themountaineer.com, and we'll get something sorted for you. And finally, if you're interested in if you want to send us general or specific feedback about the podcast, then head to an individual episode description and send us a text. We'd love to hear from you. And finally, promotional announcements brought to you by the Mountaineer.
Looking for a unique advertising opportunity? The Mountaineer Podcast may be a perfect fit for you. Our podcast reaches local listeners at least 3 days each week. We can create your podcast commercial for you, or you can submit your own. Contact Amanda McDonald for additional information. Her email is adsales@themountaineer.com, and her cell is 720-960-2900. Have you checked out the Mountaineer YouTube lately? We are very excited to have a videographer intern this spring, as well as Clementine Miller, who's been working hard to record some of our local events and meetings to share with you. Go check it out on the Mountaineer YouTube. Have you seen our 2024 Peak to Peak Visitors Guide? We have just launched our 2025 Media Kit for the next guide. Go to our website and click on Advertise to see the full media kit there. Spring is springing, and we all know that means the flowers will be popping out all over the place, reminding us of beautiful art. That also means it's time to start thinking about the 2025 studio tour. Go to our website and click on special sections to view the 2024 guide and prepare yourself for this year's edition.
I'll see you guys next time for the first of 2 parts of the Music of the Mountain special featuring Canyon Collective. Have a great rest of your day!
Rusted car, a chill in the wind, a stray dog barks and a memory breaks in, like a dream you can't remember, like a touch.
The song that you are currently listening to is called It Might As Well Be Rain. It's from the newest album from Eric Richard Stone, Living the Dream, which you can find wherever you get your music. There are two versions of It Might As Well Be Rain on this album, a solo acoustic version, and this version, the studio version, which features Strange Birds, Carrie Miner on background vocals, and Ray Smith on drums, bass, and guitar. To see Eric Richard Stone performing in a local residency, then be sure to head over to Timbers Tap House at Eldora Mountain Resort, located at 2861 Eldora Ski Road in Nederland, on Friday, April 18th, starting at noon. If you want to see him touring the album in the Peak to Peak area, then be sure to head to the Very Nice Brewing Company located at 20 East Lakeview Drive, number 112 in the Caribou Village Shopping Center in Nederland on Friday, April 25th, starting at 6 p.m., and then again at the Nederland Farmers Market located at 85 East 1st Street and 80 East 2nd Street on Sunday, May 11th, starting at 10:30 a.m. To learn more about Eric Richard Stone, be sure to visit his website, ericrichardstone.com.
No whisper on the wind. Sunshine isn't warm in the state I'm in. It might as well be rain falling all around. Might as well be rain falling to the ground. If memories of you are all that can remain, and I can't have you now, might as well be rain.
And that's it for our show. Subscribe online to get more access to more news, weekly updates to our community calendar, and a link to our YouTube channel by visiting themountaineer.com. Be sure to use the coupon code PODCAST when subscribing for a 10% discount, only available to our listeners. If you are in the local Peak to Peak area, be sure to pick up a print edition of The Mountaineer at a local business. I'm Dango Rose. Thank you for listening.